Alright, so this week's fruit of the Spirit is gentleness. So I have a Bible story that I'm going to share with you, and it's from John 8, and it starts at verse 1. Jesus went to the Mount of Olives. At dawn he appeared again in the temple courts where all the people gathered around him, and he sat down to teach them. The teachers of the law and the Pharisees brought in a woman caught in adultery. They made her stand before the group and said to Jesus, "Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. In the law Moses commanded us to stone such women. Now what do you say?" They were using this question as a trap in order to have a basis for accusing him. But Jesus bent down and started to write on the ground with his finger. When they kept on questioning him, he straightened up and said to them, "Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." Again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. At this, those who heard began to go away one at a time, the older ones first, until Jesus was left with the woman standing there. Jesus straightened up to her and asked, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" "No one, sir," she said. "Then neither do I condemn you. Now go and leave your life of sin." So in this story, it tells us that how we should speak to others. And a quoted proverb from the Bible is, "A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." So we should be gentle with our words to each other. And a Bible verse that talks about this is in Proverbs 15, verse 4, and it says, "A tree gives fruit. Words give us life." So gentle words, when we speak them, they have a better meaning than harsh words, and gentle words are just generally nicer. And the Bible wants us to be gentle to others through our actions and through our words. So today, we have a craft that we're going to make a stress ball, and it's going to be there for you when you get upset with someone and you aren't exactly gentle with your words or your actions. You can get out some stress and anger so that you maybe are a little more gentle with your words and actions. So for this craft, you're going to need a balloon and a funnel. You can make a funnel with a piece of paper. I'll show you how to do that too. And then you need flour or cornstarch or baking soda, any of those. So before you get started with the craft, you need to take the balloon and stretch it out a lot. And maybe blow it up a little bit and then deflate it just so it's nice and stretchy, so you can have a bigger stress ball. Alright, so I have a funnel here, but you can make a funnel out of a piece of paper, and I'll show you how to do that here. So I have just a plain piece of paper. You're going to take one corner and you're going to take and start folding it to an opposite side. So I have this corner here, and I'm going to fold it over to this side, right about in the middle. And you want to make sure that it's nice and tight. So you're just going to fold, and as you do that, you end up with a funnel. This is actually pretty loose, so I'm going to try it again. You want to make sure it's nice and tight on the one end. Alright, so this is a lot better. So now we have a funnel with a nice tight end. So then you just need to stick that in the balloon, make sure it's nice and tight in there, and then you're going to have to hold a little bit. But then you have a funnel. But I'm going to use my funnel here that I have. So I'm going to put my balloon on the funnel and make sure it's all nice and tight that nothing's going to come out. So here we go. And then you're going to take flour or your cornstarch or your baking soda, and you're just going to put some in, help it go down the funnel. You might need to shake it a little bit. Just get it in the balloon there. So this might take me a little bit, so I'm going to fill it up decently full with flour here. So I'll be back there when it's full enough, because it's going to take a little bit to get all the flour in. So once you have it filled, be very careful taking it off the funnel. I kind of made a mess of flour. And so once it's nice and full, And shake the flower down as far as it'll go and stretch out the top of it here. And then you're going to tie the balloon. I even struggle with this, so you might need to ask your parents for help. And make sure if you make a mess that it's like in a bowl or something so it's easy to clean up. So I'm going to tie this here, nice and tight. And now you have a stress ball. So you gotta make sure that it's nice and tight in here and that no flour is gonna come out. And then you have a stress ball. And you can squeeze the stress ball and it's nice and squishy. Just make sure you don't squeeze it too hard because the balloon might pop and you don't want to end up with a mess of flour all over the place. Alright, so these stress balls are here to remind us to be gentle with our words and our actions. So anytime that we're not feeling gentle about something, that we're upset, we can squeeze this and get some anger, annoyance out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Sharpie and I'm going to draw a little smiley face on here. Do not use a pen or a fine tip marker because it will poke a hole in the balloon and then you'll have a mess of flour. So I'm going to use a Sharpie to put a smiley face on here to remind me when I use this that I'm upset, and the smiley face will remind me to, be more gentle with my words and to not speak or act before I think. So you can decorate it however you want. I'm going to put a smiley face on mine. Alright, so see you all next week, and next week will actually be the last week of my online Sunday school lessons because in about 4 weeks from today I will be heading to college. So yeah, I'll see you all next week. Bye.